I thought I was chasing partnership, until the office gave me a contract that rewrote my life. Ever wonder what happens when ambition opens the wrong door? Welcome to the legal afterlife beneath Manhattan.
New York doesn't sleep, but some corners of it don't breathe either. I learned that the night I stayed too late at the office. Magnus and Cole LLP, 15th floor, corner of Madison and 49th. It was 1:47 a.m., the type of hour where only regret and ghosts stay awake. My name is Ellis Gray. Associate. Ambitious. Obsessed. I wasn't supposed to still be there. The Jacobs merger was done, the paperwork filed, and I should be been at home drowning in whiskey and reruns. But something kept me there. Something off. It started with the lights flickering, just slightly too deliberate to be electrical. I thought it was the maintenance crew. But the halls were empty. No hum of vacuums. No distant clatter. Just silence. And then, the door. A door that didn't belong. Office 15B. I knew every room on that floor. There was no 15B. But there it was, black wood, no nameplate, a brass handle that looked ancient. I don't know why I opened it. Maybe because ambition makes you curious. Maybe because deep down, I wanted something more than billables. The room was dark. Cold. No lights, but I saw a desk, old mahogany maybe. A chair turned away from me. And then a voice, low and wet like someone speaking from the bottom of a well. You're early. I didn't run. I should have. The chair turned, and no one was in it. But something was. I felt it. Heavy, ancient. It looked like smoke shaped into a man, only with eyes too bright for midnight. It smiled, or maybe it didn't. My brain couldn't decide. What do you want most? It asked. I wanted to say partnership. But my mouth moved on its own. To matter. The thing leaned forward. I couldn't smell anything, but I felt heat like fire behind glass. Then sign. A paper slid forward on the desk. I didn't see a pen. I didn't see a hand. Just the contract and my own name at the bottom, already signed. I blacked out. Woke up at my own desk. 7:04 a.m. No one else had arrived. Office 15B was gone. I told myself I dreamed it. That I was stressed. That it was whiskey without dinner. But the next week, things changed. I started seeing things in reflections, shapes that weren't mine. Emails came back approved before I sent them. Clients suddenly listened to me like I was Moses parting legalese. Promotions whispered behind closed doors. And yet, something watched. Every night, from some dark corner of glass, I felt those bright eyes again. Hayden Keene, my boss, called me in one day. Your work's on fire, Ellis. Nobody rises like this without burning something. I laughed. He didn't. Just be careful what you owe. Nothing in this city is free. He slid me a folder. Another client. A private firm. Black card, no name. All it said was, represent us at midnight. The address was a high-rise ID never seen before. No record online. I went. Of course I did. And what I found made the first night look like a prayer. Part 2, the clients from below. The doorman didn't blink. Didn't move. Just let me in. The elevator didn't have buttons, just a mirrored interior that seemed to warp the longer I stared. It stopped on its own. Floor 66. Not listed. Not real. The hall was black marble. Carvings on the walls that looked like ancient languages but shifted if I looked too long. The conference room had no windows. Just 13 chairs and 11 were filled. I don't remember their faces. I couldn't. Every time I looked, my brain skipped like a scratched record. But I remember the cold. And the sound of breath that didn't match the number of people in the room. One of them spoke. The voice sounded like a choir whispering. We have contracts to protect. Deals made in blood, in time, in shadow. You will ensure compliance. I wanted to leave. But my body said. My hand took notes. My mouth said, understood. The contracts weren't normal. Names scratched in symbols. Clauses that included essence, dream space, and something called resonant debt. But I worked. God help me, I worked. Cases rolled in. A billionaire whose face changed each month. A tech CEO who hadn't slept in 10 years. A senator who didn't cast a shadow. I drafted NDAs that felt more like seals. Wrote terms that affected more than money. Every win I got, something was taken from me. I aged in ways I didn't understand. My eyes got darker. My nights, colder. One night, I passed my reflection and it didn't move with me. I went back to office 15B. It was there again. Like it had been waiting. The same smoke thing sat in the chair. You've served well, it said. What the hell are you? It stood or floated. I couldn't tell. And then it said, we are the clauses between the lines. The ink that binds your world. You gave us permission to matter. I didn't know. It smiled again. You did. You just didn't care. That S when I saw the file on the desk. My name. Termination clause. Wait, I said. I'm not finished. Everyone finishes eventually. My skin burned. My teeth ached. My shadow began to stretch on its own. I felt myself being rewritten. And then, I woke up again at my desk. Same as before. 7:04 a.m. But this time, no one knew me. Hayden didn't recognize my face. My name was gone from the roster. My apartment empty. Like I never existed. And when I looked in the mirror, I saw the chair. Empty. Waiting. For someone else to open the wrong door at the wrong time in the city that never sleeps. Because in New York, the contracts never die. They just wait to be signed. Part 3, The Night Market. It started again a week later. I was no one, but I could still see things, shadows that shouldn't move, reflections that lingered. I wandered the city, trying to find answers. That S when I heard the whisper, come to the market. Midnight. Essex Street Station. There is no market at Essex Station. Not one anyone sees. But I followed. Down rusted steps, through a cracked tile wall where a vending machine used to be. Behind it a passage of smoke and sound. And there it was, the night market, a city under the city. Lit by lanterns carved from bone. Stalls run by things in business suits and fur. I saw humans, some dazed, some desperate, trading memory for minutes, joy for influence, even years of their life for favor. I saw Theo. Yes, Theo Marsh, the rival from before. But older. Worn. His eyes had seen too much. You remember, he asked. I remember everything. He nodded. Then it's already too late for you. What is this place? It's where the city cashes its debts. Where ambition gets priced in blood and time. I asked him how to end it. He smiled, hollow. You don't. You just keep trading until you're made of contracts yourself. But I wasn't ready to vanish. Not yet. At a stall marked in red, I found an old woman with no eyes. You've signed the first contract. You must now seal it with purpose. Find the ledger of the forgotten. Rip your name from it. Only then can you be free. Where is it? Buried beneath the firm. 15th floor. Behind the wall. Where the door used to be. I ran. Ran until the subway was far behind and the city lights were sharp again. Back at Magnus and Cole, I broke in. Security cameras blinked but didn't move. Time didn't tick. I found the wall. It knew me. It opened. Inside dust, candles still burning after all this time. And on the pedestal, the ledger. Black, breathing. Bound in something that felt like regret. I found my name. It was screaming. I tore it out. The whole building shuddered. Lights burst. Fire alarms cried like banshees. And then silence. I woke in the alley. It was morning. Real morning. Sunlight. Breath. Heat. And people knew me. Hayden waved from the lobby. My email password worked. My name was on the roster. But 15B was gone. Forever this time. And I work a little slower. Smile a little longer. Never stay past midnight. Because some doors, once opened, remember you. And some contracts never really let go.